Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Shanda Denise, and it's Monday night, and we are back on the curve. Yes, guys. Welcome back to the show. Again, it's your girl, Shanda Denise. I am joined by my amazing co-hosts, Tony G. Campbell and Melissa Waller, who are amazing and wonderful, and we are excited to be here tonight.
We are.
So excited.
Tony G. Campbell, tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me at my podcast, Tony G. Campbell, the podcast. That's Tony with an I, the letter G, Campbell with a P. And you can listen to my podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Facebook, TonyGCampbell.com, and the Twitter and Instagram.
Yes! All the platforms.
Any of those and click on it. And listen to it this weekend because technically it's not me doing it.
It's the babies are taking over the podcast.
My children, the 4-year-old and the 6-year-old, and their daddy took over the podcast.
The babies are taking
over. Hilarious.
Those children are funny. If you have never seen or heard Tony's kids, like, they're hilarious.
Watch Fantastic Fridays. You'll see.
Yes.
They give her advice every day.
They do. They are out here offering good old-fashioned wisdom for your Friday evening, afternoons. Where can the people find you, Miss Waller?
They can follow me at Saving Superwoman on Instagram.
On the gram, yes. And, of course, you can follow me on ShandonDeneen.com and on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, all of those at Shannon Deneen, Denean. Y'all, I'm like starting to pull away from Facebook and like move toward Twitter. I don't know why. Like I feel
because you like to argue in your spirit. That's that Mercury in retrograde,
it
and
might
you
be.
Find people that you can argue with easily on Twitter. That's what you like.
You might be right because I've been in so many Twitter.
That's what you like. Twitter beefs.
Twitter beefs. It's happened so
Why
much
are you
over
letting
there.
them pull you in?
I don't know because I know that's what they're doing.
energy.
I know the trolls.
The energy.
It might be because the trolls are out and they're looking for me. They're looking for people
we
like
talked
me.
about what was in your spirit last week?
No.
Thank you, Mercury. Thank you.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Little thunder in her spirit.
Thunder
thumbs.
Oh my goodness.
Twitter fingers and thunder thumbs.
Thunder thumbs.
Yes. Wow. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's going on a t-shirt. All right, guys. We are going to get started. It is time now for Word on the Street. Okay, so y'all, listen, there was so much in the news.
So much.
I mean, like, there was so much. It was hard to, like, come up with just a few topics for the show because, I mean, let's start off with R. Kelly. And I'm going to just run through some stuff that's not even part of the show.
He is done.
He is done. I don't want to say I reported on it first, but I told y'all.
Gave the 20 tapes. His friends that gave the 20
Listen,
tapes.
R. Kelly.
And my thing is, if you're being investigated, why are there even still 20 tapes around? Like, no one told you to destroy evidence? Like,
Nobody.
I don't understand.
Nobody.
Because he's a narcissist.
All of that.
He's a narcissist. So
Oh,
therefore,
right, he's an
he still
idiot.
doesn't feel like he can get caught.
No,
So, no.
he does not.
Are all narcissists idiots?
Yes,
Okay.
pretty much.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
That's what I just need to know that because I'm like, he's an idiot.
He is.
yeah.
But you know what?
But you know he was in he received special ed support services.
I didn't
But
know that.
even,
Wait, what?
even special ed children know you don't keep the evidence around.
But we don't know his exceptionality.
We don't know his exceptionality. We don't know that.
Yeah.
We do know that he's going to jail.
Yeah,
That's
do
what we know
that.
for sure and for certain. And I am.
Finally.
I
About
could
time.
not be more excited. There was a poll on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter,
Here we
the
go.
other day.
Here we go.
This is how the Twitter the tweeters pull me in because the poll was: do you think R. Kelly is going to jail because of all the things that he has done, or do you think R. Kelly is going to jail because of that the documentary that was done on him by
The
It
documentary.
doesn't matter.
documentary,
He's going to jail
as long
because
as
he
he's
needs
going.
to go
Yeah.
to
But you
jail.
know what? This
Yeah.
sets the stage for other people.
yeah Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
says
we
But it
ain't heard
should.
about Harvey Weinstein in a long time.
Yeah.
Not since, but there was another gentleman. What was the other gentleman's name who's going to jail too? The white guy.
Oh,
And I can't remember his name
the
right
reason
now.
that guy just left the White House.
Boom. He's
Oh
going
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Bye. Good night.
Yeah,
And
I
good
mean they
riddance.
need to. It's like, first of all, you got away with it too many times already, and then you continue to do it. You need to be in the bottom of the jail.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to be. Oh my goodness.
R. is going. R. Kelly is going to jail. That was in the news. I mean, like so
Did you
much.
see how my sorors got stuck in New Orleans?
Yes,
Like I
listen.
still have some of my sayings, like some people from my chapter in Michigan that are riding the storm out because they could not get out
Oh,
Those are
wow.
facts.
until Friday. They
Um,
could not get out.
For you all who don't know what she's
Wow.
talking about, the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta were having
Our convention.
was happening in New Orleans, at very very close to the time Essence Fest was going on, and they ended up, because of the flood, they were trying to get everybody out in time, so they shut the convention down. They donated food, which I thought was
Yes.
amazing. They donated their 17,000 meals
17,000
to
meals.
a
Wow.
local charity,
That's
which I
amazing.
thought was amazing. But then they couldn't have the convention. They didn't have the convention, but they still got caught in New Orleans, and lots of them
Yeah.
couldn't get out. My best friend's a Delta, so she too is stuck in New Orleans
In
right
the hotel.
now.
And
That's
and
right.
what the blessing in is that the hotel staff are staying.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them are staying and they have them in between the floors.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, they have food and they've been, you know, broadcasting live, letting people see what's going on. And a lot of them are okay.
Yeah.
You know, they're okay. But again, rental cars ran out. People were trying
Yeah,
to tag
sure.
team, drop people off in different states. It was a lot.
There's a
It was
lot happening.
While
and
you were down there, did you get one of those signature Delta umbrellas?
I was not at the Delta
Oh,
conference.
you weren't.
I was
'Cause
at the
that's what
Jack
my
and Jill
friend makes
conference.
those
Oh,
for
yeah.
Delta.
Yeah, I was at the Jack and Jill
Yes, my
conference.
friend Courtney, who
Shout
was
out
also
Courtney.
on one of my podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to
Yes.
Courtney
Yeah.
with your umbrellas and such. Okay. So you were at the
Yeah.
Jack and Jill conference,
I
which
was at
was
the Jack
where?
and Jill conference in Savannah.
Now,
Oh.
where
Honey,
was that?
Savannah owes us nothing.
Oh.
It was the southeastern region, our conference for Jack and Jill. Everyone from Miami, from South Beach, all the way up to Tennessee.
So tell the people who don't know what Jack and Jill is. Tell the people what
Yeah,
Jack and
'cause
Jill
I
is.
don't know.
So Jack and
You
Jill
don't
is
know
a
what Jack is?
phenomenal organization
It
for
is.
Black families. It's based on, well, the mission is really based on teaching our families and our children about philanthropy and leadership and civic leadership. I love Jack and Jill. It has truly just been just phenomenal to my life and Milan's. I've gotten to meet some phenomenal women. And when I tell you Atlanta changed Savannah.
Come on now.
Atlanta changed Savannah. And let me say this. I got to meet sister moms from all over the southeast region. I mean, I have contacts now in Augusta, in Miami, in Knoxville, in Memphis.
That does surprise
Baby,
me,
that
though.
Columbus chapter. Columbus was sharp, honey. They have, if you go on Facebook, you can see the outfits that they wore, and they were beautiful every night.
So what Melissa is not telling you about Jack and Jill, and she can't say it probably because she's a member, but I can because I'm not yet. Y'all call me.
I was about to
Anywho,
say, I'm thinking, because I want to get into philanthropy.
well, it's
That word.
so Jack and Jill. What I remember about it growing up is that it was a very exclusive organization. For
You have to be invited in.
you, there's a
You have to be pledged.
there's
in.
a process.
There's no pledging.
There's no pledging,
There's
but
no
there is
pledging.
there is
I'm like,
a process.
Is it like a Delta thing?
It is. Well, it is not like
There
other.
is an informational,
Okay.
and there's a process. And
There's a
then,
process.
Yeah.
There is a process, and I'll say this. I would liken it to being a part of the Links or some other wonderful organizations where historically may have only been open to members who are a little more well off.
Oh.
But the
That
impact,
may not be the
we're
case now.
transitioning. We're
Yeah,
transitioning, and the impact. Like this year,
agree.
we gave $14,000 to students without mothers,
Oh
and we
wow, didn't
also
know that.
gave $14,000 to the Nicholas House.
Mhm.
And then we raised over $40,000, and then some went to the Jack and Jill Foundation. Big impact in the community. You
Absolutely.
all
Okay.
should come out. I am foundation chair, so when we have our gala on March 7th, come out. Come
Yeah.
out. We would love to have you. You know, I'll speak more to it. It is a huge party with a purpose. It's so
Yes.
much fun. But we partied in Savannah. We
Yes.
partied. We ate good in Savannah. Oh my gosh, we went on the boat.
Which
You know,
boat?
the big ferry.
Oh yeah,
We had a
yeah.
party on the baby, the mamas without children and
It's
husbands
a different
had a
experience.
It is.
phenomenal
It's a
time. We
different
got to
experience. You get to
connect
Very
get
on
different.
an
loose.
emotional
Yes.
level, just as
Yeah, you get
moms,
to get
and let
loose.
our hair down. So it was a
Nothing
great
wrong with that.
experience. Loved it. Shout out to the Southeast region. It's phenomenal.
Yay! Yay! So, anywho, lots going
Yeah.
on this week. I'm glad you had fun.
Girl, I'm still recovering.
Yeah,
Like I
yes.
even got out there. Now y'all know I got these two broke toes. I got out there and did a Delta stroll.
Oh,
Okay.
Let me tell you
ma'am.
something. The man K's wasn't gonna show us. So I was like, oh no, DJ, hit the music.
You were ready in
And
your
then-
in your boots.
Yeah, and one of the sister moms was like, "You're not turning, Missy. You're not turning. I can't turn.
Can't turn.
I can't turn."
You couldn't
But
swivel.
baby, I felt like I was at Michigan State for all of 2 minutes, and then my foot started hurting.
And then you sat on
She said her foot
I
started
didn't
hurting.
even- well, my
because that
roommate.
thing hit different when you're in your late 30s.
No, it hit different when your roommate is an AKA. And she wanted to
Oh.
ski wee all in my face. Well, let me show you something how this ooh thing goes. So I had to get out there, but then she was laughing because I was on the sick and shut in list.
Right. This is not your ministry right now. This
For all
ain't
of you that
But at
don't
least
know,
you
I
attempted.
fractured
You
2
attempted.
toes, so I
Yes.
have on a boot. But it that pride thing.
out here strolling with a boot. I'm just saying. That
Mercury
pride.
is in retrograde.
Girl,
Y'all pray for me.
Pray for your girl because she is out here strolling in this boot. So yeah. So speaking of people who got issues,
Baby.
OG Curvy girls, Salt Pepper and Spinderella are having a clash right now. There is, I don't know if any of you all were Salt and Pepper fans, but I am an OG
Push it.
I am.
Salt
Let me tell
and
you
Pepper.
something.
What a man!
Yes.
Yeah,
Let me
classic.
tell you something. I was
What
a
a
little
man,
girl,
what a man,
and this
what
is
a
just
man,
old school.
good
My Aunt
man.
Jamie took us to go and see Salt and Pepper, and this is when you could smoke.
Yeah.
You could smoke and rub. Honey, she had her little what are they called? Virginia Slims.
Yeah,
And she
Virginia
was like, go
Slims.
ahead up there, sis. And I was in elementary school.
Oh,
Baby, everybody was
I don't
with
know
them
if that was
Curtis
appropriate.
blow.
it's okay.
Hey, let me tell you something. Back then, appropriateness now and then is totally
It's
different.
totally different.
Oh yeah,
Totally
I was a
different.
Prince
Yeah, 'cause I
concert
saw
at
the Fat
14,
Boys
and I
were
didn't
with
feel like
them.
I should have been.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't
No,
have
no,
been.
not Prince.
But
He
it was
probably-
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Salt and Pepper, first of all they put on an amazing show. They're amazing entertainers. But your girl Spinderella feels like she is not getting her due, and she has sued Salt and Pepper, her bandmates, her former bandmates, saying they owe her at minimum $125,000 for royalties that were not paid to her from previous performances. She also says that she is upset with them because they have excluded her and ceremoniously axed her from the group. So, I always loved Spinderella. I thought that she was an amazing part of the group. I appreciated her DJ skill. But I always felt like she did not utilize her fame to the best of her ability. And
No, because there's some famous DJs out here who make
Yeah.
it bank, and
Well,
it's
I
like
think-
you don't even know that that's just what they're
Well,
famous.
see, here's the
No.
thing. I think that she did and she didn't.
how, friend?
Because, number one, you got to remember there's a big age difference in between them. When Spinderella started DJing for them, she was 15.
Facts.
She was 15 years old. So really, and the story is somebody just went and picked her up and found her and was like, okay,
Yeah, 'cause
because
they
the other
needed a
DJ didn't
replacement.
work.
Yeah.
So at 15 years old, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because right now Peppa has a daughter that's on a reality show.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she worked that contract out.
Yeah.
I'm sure it isn't the contract that Spinderella got.
Yep.
And they have all made great money. Well, Salt and Pepper have just touring. And
Absolutely.
the thing about it is, she has DJ'd. I've gone to. She used to DJ the Michigan State homecoming, and that honorarium, and that fee,
Yeah,
and
it's real.
That writer is real.
Yeah.
However, I think that she was more loyal to them
Than they
than
were to
they
her.
were to her, and she
that's
didn't
why she's
do
mad.
the DJ Khaled where she went
She
out
didn't.
because she could look at Envy.
Yeah.
Look at DJ Envy doing mixtapes. She stayed loyal to them because she could have gone out
And
and did
done-
mixtapes with all these upcoming artists and played them.
Listen,
But she
DJ
didn't.
Khaled got a whole number 1, number 2 album, and he does not
Not
sing
rap.
not
No.
a solid.
No.
He does not sing or rap or nothing. But he got
But he
But
making bank.
125. But and then I had you watching that show.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
thing
yeah.
about it is, it was so dirty that this is why I agree with her suing them.
Okay.
Because whatever it is contractually, she couldn't be the house DJ. Remember, we watched that, as well as she had to use their management. They all had to use the same manager, and she requested to get some type of residency
Yeah.
at another location in Vegas, but she would still come and do a couple of, she wanted to do gigs with them as well as do another residency, and they wouldn't do it.
But
They
I don't
wouldn't-
understand why they had that much control in the first place.
Right. But
I
to
don't
me, it's
understand.
because from the beginning, she was never in control. Because
Yeah.
if you were working as a minor at 15, she wasn't supposed to be on the road traveling like she was with them.
Yeah.
There's no way in any state.
She
I
with
don't
no.
necessarily agree
Why?
with the whole she's allowed to sue them thing, because my thing is that it's always been Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper. It's like the group is Salt and Pepper. Yes, Spinderella is the DJ. Yes, she's a part of the group, but I don't think she was ever really a part of the group like Run DMC and Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying?
So,
like,
Well, she's been
That's-
featured in some songs.
Yeah.
That was part of their argument.
Yeah, that
but
was
my
part of the
thing
argument.
is, you should have left her because on What a Man, and there's another song that she's in.
Yeah.
But she was always front and center, in some of their videos.
Not always.
Not
though. I think that's the
always.
problem. I think that they gave her their thing. I feel like Salt and Pepper felt like they were doing her a favor
Yeah, they
by
were throwing her a
featuring her
bone.
and pushing her up front in certain situations. But then in other situations,
probably trying to help her career.
But
Yeah.
see, at that point in time, and I get that point. At that point in time, it wasn't in writing.
it was not.
So if I
But-
write lyrics to a song, because What a Man has gone, that's
then
what the
she
whole
should get
argument.
writing credits
Absolutely,
and money from
and
that.
she did.
but she should have
Oh.
negotiated that
right.
too.
I was about to say.
But when you're all working with the same management
but
and things of that
did
nature,
she should have had a lawyer.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
she
Management
probably-
and
When you're
lawyer
young-
is two different
Yeah,
things.
and you don't. But here's the thing, though.
But where her
she's
mama
no
at?
longer young. Like,
yeah. So that's why I'm
That
okay with her
contract is
suing.
up.
She is
I'm,
old as we
I'm
are.
okay with her suing.
Yeah.
You're 50 and if you feel like you've done this, and then the thing about it is they allowed her to come back.
Yeah.
But they allowed her to come back as an independent contractor.
yeah,
But
and-
she agreed to that, right?
she did.
Absolutely.
So if she agreed to that, I mean,
But
I do
here's the
independent
thing.
contracting all the
If
time.
I find out that if I wrote a song with you and you're getting royalties from off of this song that I wrote with you, then I feel like I'm entitled to some of that.
But she's not looking for song royalties. If to my understanding,
yeah, that's where the
she's looking-
$125,000 is coming from,
Okay.
because she went back in the song royalties.
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
that's
okay,
where
okay.
it's
Now
coming
that
from.
I would agree to.
I do
because,
agree
like,
with that.
I think
My
Tamar
thought
and
part.
them were going through that whole thing
Yeah.
about them helping write a song, and they needed their money from that. But I mean, just to say, because you're part of the group, like I said, I think they felt like they were throwing her bones when they allowed her to do certain things. But the group was, I feel like it was just always Salt and Pepper. It wasn't like Run DMC and Jam Master Jay. 'Cause Jam Master Jay always made sure his name was said. because he said it
We
all
have
the time.
a Facebook Live comment from Cheryl. Hey Cheryl,
Hi.
she was a substantial part of the show. They made sure she was in every single show. Music is the basis of their show, so she is absolutely relevant. Facts.
I agree
I was
with
about to say,
that.
is this the reality show we're talking about?
No, we're talking
No,
about her regular shows.
but
Like,
see, here's the thing, and this is where a big argument came in
hmm
when they were comparing the two. And I think it was kind of comparing apples to oranges. When SWV was saying we're SWV,
hmm
Yeah.
that's three members,
Yeah.
right? So
hmm
when they do contracts and when they have guest appearances,
It's
it's for three members.
SWNV.
With Salt and Pepper for years,
It's
for
just been
30
salt and pepper.
Well, no. They've always had until, from my understanding, this isn't the first time they've fallen out about this.
Yes. Yes.
So when
This is why she's suing
this
now.
is why she's suing them, because even when
Well-
she brought it to their attention, if we're at one point in time, she wasn't an independent contractor.
But my thing is that, okay, if you fought with them one time about it, why would you come back and even agree to be a contractor in that situation? It's like, just cut your ties, because everybody has a DJ now. Every single person has a DJ.
My thought process is this: I have seen the role of a DJ and the career of DJs escalate over the past year. I'm thinking of Beverly Bond.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking of DJ Khaled. Like,
Absolutely.
there are DJs who are making $2, $3, $4 million
And
a
she was
year.
the trailblazer. Let's say
I
what it is. She was the
You're a
trailblazer,
trailblazer.
for female
For-
DJs.
Absolutely. Like,
But
you're
she
up.
didn't do anything with
And that's
it.
kind of my problem. My concern is I'm a firm believer in, if nobody will let you have a seat at their table, then make your own table.
Exactly.
And I don't understand why she is still connected. I understand coming back and doing a couple of shows.
I don't think it's that she is connected. I think that somehow, just from listening to both parties discuss this on a reality TV show, which we know is edited, right?
Yeah.
And then see them going back and forth in years, somehow or another, they all felt loyal to each other.
Right.
But let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is, and I'm just going to say what it is because I've had this happen before, when you're dealing with people who already known each other, that grew up with each other, they knew each other since high school, middle
Yeah.
school, high school.
They're more
And
loyal to each other
They're
than
more
they
loyal
are to her.
to each other than they are to her.
Yeah.
So therefore, when it came down to it, she went off. She was kind of doing her own DJ thing at one point in time, and they kind of went their way.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
can understand
okay.
that.
I think that's
but it's
all right.
Like when she went her
But
way, why didn't she do anything more with her career? It's like she was solo now. Why couldn't she do like
She did a lot, but I don't think. And then here's the other thing about it: when you talk about like DJ Khaled and DJ Envy, all of those people, I forgot the guy's name. He's 50 Cent. Because I want to say Envy at one point in time DJ for 50 Cent. And then there's the other guy. He's from Michigan. I can't think of his name. He's a DJ for, he does like The Game and some other people. But anyways, there wasn't a group. You know what I mean? Like, and those are men, and you didn't see them in videos. You never saw Envy in a video. You never saw, so the lines were really blurry. And I don't disagree with her suing them because it's like, okay, iron it all out right now, because even in the industry, you don't know if people are like, okay, well, we can't deal with spin because you're over here, you know, your loyalty is to Salt and Pepper and whatever it is. Because remember, that's why her and the other DJ fell out on the show.
I remember.
She and the other DJ fell out on the show because he picked up the residency with them. He picked up, and they were all friends. And where people in the industry wouldn't pick her up, they picked him up. And she felt like, where's your loyalty? No, let them go without a DJ
I was about to say, it's business. I don't know.
Well, my thing is, there's nothing wrong with being sued. You can iron it all out, and like my grandmother would say, whatever it is will come out in the wash.
And she's probably going to get paid something. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, she may not get all $125,000, but they're going to cut her a check, even if, now, whether that check is going to just cover her attorney's fees or whether it's going to, but I think
But it'll tell the story.
It'll tell the story. And then I also think, and I hate to say this, but I really feel like some of this was for publicity. I think that a lawsuit puts you in the news. I think it lets people know where you stand. I think it gives a very strong message that you are taking up for yourself and that you are fighting for yourself. And I think people in the industry will appreciate that. I think the fans appreciate that. I think there's a lot of fans on Spin's side saying, well, give her money. Like you
But you
little
know
like,
what?
hey, and nothing wrong being sued, give
And
her
I guess
money.
that's because I have several friends that work in the industry. And they work in the entertainment industry, whether it's hair and makeup or, their stylists or whatever it may have been.
Right.
Some of them are ghostwriters.
Yeah.
And they talk about how these artists don't want to pay them.
Yeah.
Like, they talk about how cheap they are. They talk about the labor that they're there all night long. They might not get, some of them are chefs for them. They might not get their money. They get it here and they get it there. And they feel like, okay, because they're a celebrity, they have the money. But I've been informed that a lot of them don't have the money that we think they have.
Oh, they don't.
They don't.
Lots of them are broke.
Yeah.
That's
Because
why it's
Broke.
like sometimes you have to get your money up front.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll come, but
Like
this is the contract and this is the money.
Absolutely.
Because at least you
Aretha
have
Franklin.
paperwork to sue.
Aretha Franklin taught us all money
Baby.
up front. Y'all remember?
Exactly.
Y'all remember that?
When she went
Aretha
Aretha
said money
up front, or I will not perform.
in cash.
Mhm.
I don't want a part. I don't want a piece. I don't want a
Nope.
deposit. I want all my funds.
I think Red
Yeah.
Fox was the same
Yes,
way. He like, give me my
absolutely.
money, or I ain't
Yeah.
doing nothing.
And
Run
even
me
when
And that's
my
what you gotta
money.
do. That's standing up for yourself. It's
Absolutely.
like Spinderella. I don't know if she felt like she didn't have a career unless she was with Salt and Pepper, but she should have taken that step of faith and went out there and made her career. I'm like, if Paris Hilton can make a career as a DJ, Spinderella could have had a fabulous career.
But you got to think she was connected to Nicole Richie, the Kardashians. They had the reality TV show, and then she went on and became, because look at Kim
understand.
Kardashian. The whole reason why she and Brandy fell out was about money.
Yeah.
Kim worked for Brandy.
Yeah.
I know.
I remember that.
because
She
that's
worked
how
for
she met.
Paris too.
She met Ray J.
But I'm just saying, it's like you have to at least at some point take control of your career and your life, and not
Absolutely.
allow
And
somebody to dictate it for you.
This will, and then the disparities in pay.
Yeah.
Of what these female DJs are getting paid versus if you follow DJ Envy, you all see the lifestyle that he's living.
Yeah, but
compared-
Envy's also he's diversified in such
yeah,
a way.
he's a hustler.
Yeah,
he's a hustler.
Envy's
But I
out here in
mean,
these streets
prior
hustling.
but even prior to
Yeah.
the real estate investments
Yeah.
and even it was a leap of faith with him doing the radio show.
Yeah.
That-
So
And
I'm
he
like,
got
let
out
it
there
play
and did it.
out, and whatever she gets, at least the story will be told. Because I think that Pepper's a little shady myself. I think she got a
She been shady.
problem.
She been shady.
I was
So-
about to say she may, but after this, okay, Spinderella sues them, she might even win. After this, what is Spinderella going to do with her life?
I hope she's gonna go DJ.
Yeah.
What she should not do though is go act. And that brings us to our very next story. That brings us to our next topic, which we're gonna call people who should not act. All of you all know.
Y'all want to leave B alone.
Oh,
no.
Y'all gonna
Come
leave
on,
B
Beehive.
alone.
You all are well
with you.
aware
Let me find
that
my beans
I
over
adore Queen Beyonce. I love a little Beyonce in my life. And everyone knows The Lion King is coming out this upcoming Friday.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It's already
the
sold out.
Yes, the live action version is coming out this Friday, and everyone is super excited about it. Well, let me say this. 54% of the people on Rotten Tomatoes are excited about it because 54% of those, the other percentages said that it was not amazing.
Majority rules.
I don't trust
No. So
Rotten
let me
Tomatoes anyway.
hold on. So
I don't. Your
I
name is
heard-
Rotten Tomato.
hold on.
Okay.
So the question on the table, because we're all excited about the Lion King coming out, is the curse of Beyonce's acting? Do we think that is going to affect the outcome of the sales for the
No.
Lion King?
They've already sold out near my house. I can't even get a ticket.
You gonna come out there to Gwinnett?
Hey,
to
let me tell you
Snellville,
something.
get
I'm
the
not going to
tickets.
tell you what I'm going to do, but we will see it. We will see it because
Yes.
I'll buy a ticket for Spider-Man.
Come on now, come
Well,
on.
we
And
won't
go and
see
sit
it
in the
this
handicap
weekend,
section.
but oh my, oh Lord.
I have a pass.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I got a handicap pass.
So y'all know again, I love the Beyonce. I love the Beyonce, and
But
but
it's
I
her voice.
who
It's not like
She's not
she's
really acting.
she's not a
You're
great
not acting.
actress.
It's
She
her, but
so
it's her
no. So
voice.
voice acting is also
I mean,
acting.
I know
There are
it is.
Cree Summers built an entire
She sure did.
an
She sure did.
entire after she
I
did A Different
Different
World,
know.
she
world.
did
I
built an
know.
entire career on voice
Voice
acting,
acting.
and it is there is a specific skill that you have to be an amazing voice actor.
But they want Beyonce's voice.
They
Now,
do.
Brie, she has all these different little weird voices because
She
she was a
does.
rugrat
She's
and all
really
that. I mean,
good.
she's a great
She's
at
been
that
amazing.
in all the
She
different
was in the Proud
voices. But they wanted Beyonce for her voice and who she is. So I think,
They
I mean,
wanted
she
to
don't have to
sell
be
this.
They wanted
anybody.
to sell
They
this
wanted
movie.
to sell because The Lion King was such a classic.
It is.
So bringing it back
I've
to
seen
where
it
the
so many
animals are
times.
now real life animals, you know.
Now, and that's
and
the part I couldn't understand. I'm like, why
So,
they gotta be real?
here-
Because I'm used to my cartoons.
Here's the struggle that your girl is having with this whole thing, okay? Especially after I read some of the reviews. Now,
Don't do
y'all,
that.
no,
Don't
listen,
do that.
I
Don't
probably
let other
shouldn't.
people's opinions taint your
But
opinion.
this is my struggle with the whole live action situation.
what?
How you y'all remember in the original Lion King where the hyenas and be prepared while marching?
Listen.
Y'all ain't gonna get no dancing marching hyenas.
We might.
We
We
not
might,
get.
because
We
it's
are not
con-
getting marching
Listen,
hyenas.
we
in
might.
Who
Be
are the
Prepared.
hyenas? Because I loved Whoopi. I mean, I don't
Which
think
I'm not.
anybody
I'm
can
not
do
sure.
Whoopi.
Seth Rogen
Because like,
and
is
what's
Whoopi
the
not?
other one's name?
Why didn't they get Whoopi to
I
do
don't
it?
Maybe
give
she
it
was
a
asking for
chance.
too much money. I don't
No,
know.
because
Well,
she might have
she
felt like
almost
leave it
died.
alone.
Leave it.
Because
She
they
might
haven't
have
talked
almost
about
died.
it. They
That's how I
haven't talked
felt,
about it
too.
on The View.
That's how I felt about it.
So,
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it
But
alone.
here's the thing.
I don't know
We're
if I
going
want
to
them to be
see.
real. I don't want real.
I want to
real
go and
lions
see it.
and
I will be
stuff.
ready to talk about it on Monday.
There was a review that said watching this movie was like watching National Geographic Explorer with music.
And see, that's what I'm scared of.
That's
I'm
not
like,
true.
Cause
Let me
ain't
tell
gonna
you
be no
something.
dancing hyenas.
We watched I took Milan to go and see a couple of dog movies. The dog movies where the dog died and
that's
turned into different people and the dog was talking. No.
What's that? A Long Way Home?
A
or
Long
Come
Way
or something?
Home.
I mean,
It was
but
so
that's
good.
completely different. There was no cartoon of this amazing dog story, and then they turned it into
Right.
a real story.
Well, they should have left
It's
Aladdin
like-
alone if that's the case.
But Aladdin worked because there was still the same element of singing and dancing that makes a Disney movie
Aladdin
a
was
Disney
trash.
movie.
It had
No,
Will Smith
Lies.
not been in it, then it wouldn't have sold the way that it did.
These are lies.
Aladdin was
Aladdin
trash.
was
I
good.
preferred the cartoon. No, I went to
Aladdin
sleep
was good.
both times.
You were just tired.
No, I was tired of messing up.
I was about to say, I
That's
could
what
go
was
to
tired
sleep
of.
No,
and if I
Aladdin
could
was
go to
good,
sleep in
and Will
what
Smith was
those-
good in it.
Those and all the
He
Transformer
was,
movies.
but had Will Smith not been in Aladdin, it would have
Molly
been a
said,
piss poor
"Missy,
movie.
you
It
are
wasn't
so
good.
funny because
Listen, thank you,
Mm-mm.
thank you.
my husband said that was a good movie.
No,
It
was
was.
trash.
Aladdin was
I
great.
didn't-
I
It was
loved
trash. It
Even
was
Matthew-
trash.
even Kid Wonderful
And you
loved
gotta
it.
think, I'm an '80s baby, so I had the Sega with the Aladdin game.
Yeah, me
And I
too.
really loved the cartoon. I watched it after
I
the
didn't watch
movie.
the
I
cartoon.
didn't
And to
watch the
see
cartoon
the,
either.
We didn't have cable at my house.
I forgot y'all was super safe.
We,
up there.
Mama was super
Listen,
safe. We didn't have no
listen,
cable. I didn't have
listen.
cable, so I was like 16.
Listen,
We
we're
didn't-
not gonna talk about that. That's the next topic. Sorry, Miss Molly Ann, I'm sorry. But I think that I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because I love The Lion King, and we're actually going to have a Lion King movie night prior to, so we can watch the original.
Uh-huh.
Because that's that
See, I think
whole
that would
element
mess
that
me
you
up
have
for
to
real.
build.
Yeah.
Like
I'd be mad.
I like from Milan, and even myself, like Waiting to Exhale. It was probably inappropriate then, but I read the book
Yep.
before I went
I
inside.
believe in that. Yes.
I read the
absolutely.
book.
No,
It's-
I can't
Absolutely.
do that. I can't read the book before the movie. I can read it after the movie because most of the time the movie sucks. If the book is really
Yeah,
really
that's
good,
true.
the movie
These are
sucks
not lies.
for me.
That's
These are
true.
not
And so I
lies.
cannot do that.
I-
That's true.
Now,
Especially 50 Shades of Grey still was the worst thing ever.
Those are facts.
And
I
I
didn't
haven't
read the
even
book.
seen it.
You
and I
should
know-
have, because
no,
the book
books
was
are
amazing.
Well, I
But
don't
the
think I can use them right
movies,
now in my life.
You can't. Not right now.
Not right now in my life. I'll get on all the grades once I get out the grade area.
You need to be
Once
out of
yeah,
grade.
I got to be out the grade to read the grades.
Yeah, listen,
Okay.
that, but they're good. They're
They're
real.
good.
Listen,
I love them.
that now that poor baby, whoever that girl is, acted in 50 Shades of Grey. She was horrible. I really wish
First of all, I keep telling people she was too dang on old. First of
She
all,
was.
she was not the right type of person, and the whole who you know who they should have had?
Anne
They
Hathaway.
should have no,
Yes.
no,
Yes,
no.
Anne Hathaway. Yes, she was.
no.
She
I
would've
think they should have
made
had
that. She's sultry and
the
sexy
girl
and
off
everything.
of Gilmore Girls, the daughter.
No.
Yes, I think she
no.
would have been perfect.
She is.
Her and Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill would have done justice to that
Lady.
role.
Anne Hathaway.
Cat with yarn. Beyonce. And
Oh,
Lion
we went off
King.
on a tangent.
We- Yeah.
I'm
Cat with the yarn. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I think Beyonce is an amazing entertainer. I think she's a fabulous singer. I think she's a crap actress. I think that she
Let me
does
put
not.
some more bees
I
back
mean,
on
put
this
the
screen.
bees on there because I am a member of the Beehive who does not believe in her acting skills. I feel
I
like
think this
when
might be okay.
I
Yes,
feel
I
like
think
when
that
she
this is
the
going to be
realness
fine.
of
I
it
feel
all.
like
We
she
don't get to
never
see her.
brings anything to a movie,
No.
and I don't feel like her voice is that strong. I feel like
Because
that's why she
your
doesn't do.
expectations are
They
to see
need
her
a
perform.
soft
They
voice
got
for
no.
Naya.
They
They need a soft voice.
Yes.
ugh. I feel like Donald Glover is going to be amazing. I feel like Seth
I will
Rogen
watch
is
it
going.
just for him.
Give her the benefit
Donald
of the
Glover.
doubt.
I'm gonna try it, but I feel
know
like
what?
the
I
curse
will-
is already there.
No, I will say this. I think when you get like great people, I think like Donald Glover and people like that will probably bring some greatness out of her.
They
for this
will, and
movie.
I'm sure she's gotten a coach. You know, she knows where.
I hope that
she
James
has
Earl
some challenge
Jones pulled her
areas.
to the side and said, "My child,
Lord.
do not do
Lord.
this any longer. Let this be your last movie."
Oh,
No.
listen, you
No.
can't be friend. You can't be a hater all your life. Let me tell you
Stop.
something. Beyonce, you're
Beehive.
gonna do well.
Oh,
Come after
don't
us.
come
I'm
after
a-
us.
I'm a Beehive.
Listen,
listen.
I already put my bees on the
Here's the
screen,
thing.
so you all
Here's
can
the
see.
thing, though.
Do I have bees?
Spirit,
Listen.
if you haven't heard the song and Can You Feel the Love Tonight, will be on repeat because they are amazing. I think the soundtrack is really good.
I didn't hear it.
You should listen to it.
Okay.
Spirit is good. Spirit made me think to myself, Beyonce really, really needs to stop these games and make a gospel album. Like it's that
Wow.
level. Yeah, like
Well, I'm gonna listen to it.
we'll listen to it
Can
on
I-
the way home.
yeah, we'll listen to it
We'll
on-
listen to it because I promise you, like, I was like, well, Beyonce, come on and take me to church, friend. Because the soundtrack is all the things. And
Okay.
she
Who
definitely
produced
had
it?
a hand. I think she helped produce the
Okay.
soundtrack. Like, she definitely had a hand in curating those songs. And I think the soundtrack's amazing. I don't know how this voice situation gonna go. I don't know how these CGI lines is gonna go either.
Don't be talking about her.
Right.
Don't
Thank
listen.
you. We Tony and I are excited about seeing it. We are.
Well, I'm not really.
Tony, God.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do
Ooh,
with
look,
the people.
wait, hold on.
It has to do with the realness. I don't know if I want to see real lions.
Because they ain't gonna be no singing and dancing.
That's
I'm
my
telling
only
you,
thing.
the Lions are not
That's
going
my
to
only
dance.
hesitation, but I'm gonna watch it because my kids. I gotta make sure they know. But
We got
I
another
just-
one of our viewers, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer says they asked her, meaning Beyonce, to audition for Tiana, and she refused because she thought she didn't have to audition. Because I don't know why. Because you.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, we're gonna leave on a high note. We're gonna do. Yeah. We're gonna go and see it and see, and we'll talk about it on
and
Monday.
we will talk about. We'll
On
give a
Monday.
review on Monday for the
Oh, so
people.
I gotta see it this weekend. Okay.
Yes.
All
Go
right,
see
I gotta
the
put it
movie.
on my. I gotta put it in a schedule.
Okay. God bless your heart. All right, y'all. We're going to take a very quick commercial break. We are going to be right back with more of The Curve. We are back. Thanks for joining us, guys. Another one of my 90s faves is also in the news. Your boy P. Diddy was out here in these Instagram streets telling people that we might just reboot. Wait for it. Making the Band. Y'all remember Making the
I've already
Band?
told you that he wouldn't stop.
I told you that we won't stop. Hey, hey.
I think that man just wants attention.
He does, but I don't care. I'm here for it.
He's an attention whore.
He
and
is
that's okay.
every day.
It's like,
but I'm here
really,
for it.
What did he do for any of them people?
Nothing.
Except for, what was that little girl?
Danity Kane.
Danity Kane.
Listen.
And they still ain't even together.
But okay.
Well,
the reason that they're not together doesn't have nothing to do with Diddy, though.
I'm just
That's
saying.
the leader,
And
Aubrey.
that's not
O'Day.
true that they're not doing anything because Babs is a ghostwriter. She's
Yeah.
a very successful ghostwriter.
Yeah.
But
The
that's
other
by
one had
herself,
some.
not as a group.
No, the other ones had some anger management issues.
Yeah.
And see, the boys
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get it together like the girls because they were fighting.
Yeah. Now Day 26 came on.
Yeah. Day 26
and
had
they-
a great CD.
Yeah, they had a great CD, but they came on TMZ and told Diddy they were ready. Listen, they want to serve as mentors on the show. Now I don't
was about
know.
to say, not as old as singers.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
Molly Ann.
I don't know.
I know that.
I don't know
Trying to
why.
be Teddy Pendergrass. No.
I don't
Just sit
understand.
down somewhere.
Who is
Yeah.
Day 6?
Day
Or
26.
That was a group. You
That
know,
was the
we
group.
don't
One of the
know.
groups that came. Remember
Oh,
Q
Lord.
I didn't
and
really
the
watch
dude
the show
and
because
the
the
I
man
need to go
made
back.
them people walk 2,000 miles
Yes.
to get a piece of
Humility,
cheesecake.
humble.
You got to
No.
get. You got to get
have
home.
some-
How bad you want this cheesecake?
Yes.
How
Walk
bad-
to Junior's. The girl was like, that's across the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, he was like,
First
But they
of all,
did.
I'm
is.
not walking up on no bridge because somebody
didn't-
might fall off.
You didn't
No.
want a record deal.
No,
Those
I
those
don't.
And
babies
then
were
the guy
hungry.
who was really good was the guy Dayline.
Dylan.
From
Dylan.
Jamaica. He
I
was
remember
good,
that
but he
name.
had a substance problem.
He sure did.
Well,
He
why
sure
didn't
did.
Diddy put him in
That's not his
rehab?
That's
If
not.
you trying
no.
to,
Diddy
hey,
is
if
the-
you trying
no.
to do the family,
No,
Put 'em in the
Diddy
family.
is a record label. It is not the label's job. The same way that if you go to your job and you have a substance
Yeah.
abuse issue, it is not your job's
No.
responsibility to help you get clean.
Look at KC.
Come on now. Come on.
Look at KC, that Jodeci.
That Jodeci. Ooh, yeah. No.
and he got them signed first before
Yeah.
anybody else.
Yeah.
That was his first act.
That's it.
And then Mary J.
Well,
Blige. Look at
I
what
was
happened.
about to
And
say,
all of them had
Jodeci
substance
had
abuse
their
issues.
own issues because when they wouldn't even help out their little cousin get her little record deal, then
But she got it.
She,
She got it.
Fantasia.
Fantasia,
Oh,
their first cousin.
yeah.
She got it because she did it herself. But it's like if you got
Who wanna
family in
follow
the
a
industry.
crackhead?
Well, he wasn't. Was he a crackhead when she
He
Yes.
was always
Yes.
a crackhead. He has always, even to this
But
day.
at least he was a famous.
Excuse me.
Do you know how
Who
many
was a
famous?
substance abuse?
There was a lot of
Partook
famous
in substance.
crackheads out there
Very
who
illegal
helped
substances.
their family do something other. I'm sure.
No.
No, listen, I can't. First of all,
You didn't see them fighting on stage, he and
Yeah,
Mary J. Blige?
yeah.
No. I would. You
Weren't-
would not
when
have
they were
sent.
dating.
Yes, but you would not have sent your daughter to go and stay with a cousin that's beating up his girlfriend on stage.
Well,
No.
I mean, no, she
And-
wouldn't stay with him. Especially if I wasn't there, I would have been there.
and here's the
If I was
thing,
her
you
mama.
always got to remember that Fantasia comes from a very, very strict Christian background.
And Fantasia can fight.
Tasia's mama,
No.
Tasia's mama and daddy, they were in a gospel group.
Yes.
Tasia's mama and daddy
She
were not
wasn't
letting
coming
them
up
go
there.
on the road with
No, Casey.
cousin Casey.
Jodeci.
No.
I'm just saying, give
Forever
her some
my
contact.
lady.
Give
No.
her a contact
All
or
of this.
something.
Look, I didn't
Uh-uh.
want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but listen. I was listening to Diary of a Madman today.
That part. And when you go back and listen to the words as an
Baby.
adult, you are thinking to yourself,
Baby.
why did
Oh,
Let me tell you
yeah,
something.
It's lots
How
of
was I
songs
listening
that
to
we
this?
weren't-
I
we
talked
should
my
not have to
mother
listen
into
to.
going to buy me that first CD with Forever My Lady. She was in there asking, "Can I get that Joe Dacey? What's a Joe Dacey?"
Joe Desi.
She over at Nick record store asking for Joe Dacey.
Joe Desi.
Listen,
Ma'am.
at the end of the day, this is how I feel. It is not the producer, the A&R's person to deal with things that are that severe.
Yeah.
I think I was torn because I saw it. I think making a band would be great, but to me, these kids don't have the humility because they have social media that the other children had then. Because you got to think, Soulja Boy, look at the followers and how much money he made just off of YouTube.
Yeah.
So why do they really need Diddy?
Well, I think
That
the
would be
problem,
their argument.
I feel that, and I understand that. But here's the thing that I think some of the kids on YouTube are not. They're experiencing a level of success, which I think is amazing and wonderful. But what they are not doing is creating lasting careers, and I
Right.
think that's what Diddy would be able to bring to this situation. Well, let me rephrase.
I was
I
gonna
think
say-
another producer would be able to bring to this
I
situation.
was about to say,
Diddy
what
has a lasting
To me,
career. Diddy has not.
He don't
other-
have the patience he used to
he
have.
does not.
He don't have the patience.
He-
Because you
And I
see,
was
about to
did you
say,
see his
Diddy is
son
old.
on the Breakfast Club, and the son said, "Yo, he's crazy. He's really like that at home."
Yeah.
He said, "One morning I got up and I was eating a bowl of cereal, minding my own business." He said, and he walked in the kitchen and was like, "Yo, are you really eating a bowl of cereal?" And he was
Sir,
like,
yes.
"Yeah, I just got out of bed." He was like, "So you mean to tell me it's 12 o'clock noon, meaning it's 3 o'clock on the other side of the United States, and you're just now eating cereal?" He said,
just now
"Man,
up."
get up out of my table." He said he took
Well,
his
he
bowl.
shouldn't have been waking up that late in the day.
And
You
that's
ain't
what he
get
said.
nothing done
That's
that
what,
day.
And that's what his point was. He said he treats all of us.
But
that way.
that's legit.
As someone
and
who wakes up late. What's wrong with that man having a ball? Listen, and who is
listen,
also lazy and does not
the
like to
day
cook.
is past and
That's
gone.
right.
That's what I tell my
These
niece.
are
I'm like,
facts.
how you getting up at 11 o'clock? What?
But
Girl,
what
I've
if
been up
you're-
since 5.
but-
And I don't even understand. You need to get up.
But I'm a
Get
night
up and do
owl,
something.
and so
That
why? And Justin Combs might be a night owl like me.
Listen.
And sometimes you got to be up at
No,
2 o'clock
it
in the
was
morning. You
Christian.
can't
Partying
get
all
a
night.
Christian.
It was Christian.
That could be
It was
fact.
Christian.
But
But
just
you
because,
can't make
but
no
you got
money
no,
partying.
no.
Well,
You
wait
got.
a minute.
He
put him
can.
out. He put him out.
He might have.
He put him out, and he said I had to stay at. I had somewhere else. I had to stay for a week.
Exactly.
Because he was like, "Yo, what if you didn't have me? What would you be doing right now?"
Exactly. Eating
So-
oodles and
But
noodles.
Christian probably
At 12
does
o'clock.
get paid to party. He might be out in these streets
Well,
making
he's
a
on
little
payroll
fee.
now. They're on Ciroc payroll.
Listen.
He and his brother hired him, and they're on payroll for Ciroc.
See,
They're
that's
party
all I was
promoters
talking
for
about.
Ciroc.
Connections.
Party
Right.
promoter.
people,
See, he got to be.
connections.
He was probably at work. He was late. He was out
Well,
late
then
working.
you can't be
No.
living with
No.
your daddy if you trying to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, he said.
That's what I tell my
Wait a minute.
4-year-old.
They
You
asked-
want to be
I feel
They
that.
grown?
asked Diddy about it.
Get a
He
job
said,
and
"Yo,
get
that's
out."
a man." He said, "That's a grown man."
He is a grown
That's
man.
He
right.
said, "Here
He is.
I am. I'm coming back from the office, and he's sitting there eating a bowl of cereal at 12 o'clock
Hey,
noon."
I would have did the
Hey.
same
I
thing.
just want to say, what's wrong with cereal?
I don't think.
It's
wrong
not
with
even
cereal?
the
Diddy
You could have
was
had
not-
cereal at 7 o'clock that morning, not at 12
Yeah.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Christian,
There's a
next
whole different
time, bro, take your
situation.
cereal to your room. And
You better not be
take
eating in your room.
Take it. I'm just saying, you can cut all this
No.
out. Take your cereal to your room
You
and
better
just
not be
close your
eating in your
door.
room.
'Cause
I think
your
I
daddy
agree
is
with
crazy.
you,
really
but
would've
I
got
don't
put
know
out if he
if
was
the
eating in his
children
room.
are the children of this age are really ready for Diddy.
I don't think
I
they're
don't
ready
think they're
to
ready.
work hard
Right, they
because
don't have
they're
the work
not going to
ethic.
do what. They're not as hungry as the people back
no,
in the day.
because
And
Sarah
think so.
and Dylan were
Baby.
I was
hungry.
about to say,
Baby,
were
they
hungry.
were hungry.
They
They
gonna be
wanted-
trying to sue
She done
Diddy.
left her husband. She didn't
And them kids.
And them kids. She left her husband
She
and all
did.
of the. And see,
She
that's
did.
what the majority of the fight started about.
Yeah.
Because it was like 3 of them that were married.
Yep.
That left their family.
And they were like, yo, I'm giving up
Yeah.
everything to be here. And they were pissed at
Absolutely.
the other ones who were like, playing around and messing around and stuff. Like, dude, this is. But here's the other thing: reality TV has changed a lot since then as well. And
'Cause
like,
I don't want to fight. No, when they was fighting on that show, they was really fighting.
it was a fight.
It was-
fight.
it was-
It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna throw a cup at you, or I'm gonna throw like.
Oh,
it
you
was,
remember when they tore up the studio?
That tore it up,
Oh,
tore the whole
gosh.
studio up. Yeah, that's. And I don't feel like MTV is gonna let that happen. Like I
No.
feel like it's gonna be
No,
some
there's
Not
gonna be
again.
bodyguards
Yeah.
all over the
Yeah.
place.
They're gonna
so
script
it's
it,
not
but
even
it's
gonna be fun.
the work ethic. The kids don't have the work ethic
No.
that they had then. So
Exactly.
I don't know. It's one of those things where roll of the die.
My mama said, if you get your own place, then you can eat your cereal anytime.
Thank
Facts,
you.
mama.
That's
Facts.
what I'm talking about, Mama Molly.
Listen,
Miss
listen.
Molly, and I agree with you.
Absolutely.
You better not be
Listen.
in your bedroom eating either.
She's not wrong. This is why I tell this story to people all the time. As soon, like my senior year in college, my mom called me one day. We had a conversation, and she said, "Hey, are you coming back home?" And I said, "No, ma'am. You know what? I found a place with my friend Terkessa. I'm gonna go live in Duluth with her because my mom." At my senior year, still had a curfew, and I had to be home by 12 o'clock. And
Senior
I
year
said
of
to
what?
my college, The college. My mom was
Cause you
like,
was living
"What
in
you
her
ain't
house.
finna do is because my mom's like, I can't sleep if you're out
Yeah,
in
I
these
get it.
streets,
Exactly.
and
I
I
get
can't."
it.
And so I was
And I'm gonna
like,
put my alarm on, and I'm not giving you the code.
"Boom." I was. Well, see,
My
we didn't
mother
have
had
alarms.
sleep apnea, so
No.
Yeah,
I was good. She
yeah.
had her mask
Mm-mm,
on. I
mm-mm.
kind of, you know.
So for me, like that rings true. Like my mom, that's not a game. If you want
Yeah.
to stay out all night long till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, then you need your own crib. Thank you, mama. I got one.
I had my own place at 18. Don't even play.
Don't even
No.
play. Speaking of getting your own, your girl Tasha Cobbs is out here getting it. Tasha Cobbs Leonard is a gospel singer. For those of you all who don't know, who is busy building her empire, child.
Absolutely.
She has created an athleisure wear line for plus and curvy girls.
Yay.
Now, she is originally from Jessup, Georgia, I believe.
Yes.
She is originally
Yes.
from Jessup, Georgia, and she grew up in the church, honey, like Pentecostal, saved, fire
She
baptized,
was
Holy Ghost filled, like
I need to know
the
how she
lead
got out of
worship.
Jessup. It's
She was
hard
the
to get out of
lead
Jessup.
worship singer
Yes.
over at the Dream Center.
yes, she
Yeah,
was
she
like, for a
was.
very long time. So now that she has been out and she has made a little money and she's done her thing, Tasha got a little surgery, y'all. Y'all know Tasha used to be, she was a plus. She's still a plus size girl, but she was a plus size girl, a little bit early on. And now she is out and she's talking about her surgery and her athleisure line that she has developed for women. She said that women church creates a culture that that tells us to honor ourselves, but that does not necessarily support. That doesn't necessarily support the healthiness that we need to have.
That's fact.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
Oh.
Black church culture. Because
Ooh.
over at my white church, I never smelled chicken frying in the
Ain't no,
basement.
ain't no fried chicken.
I was on when I'm serving. I can't go in the basement.
Uh-uh.
Ask one of the mothers
Ain't no
to
pound
slide me
cake?
some pound cake,
Ain't no pound
couple
cake?
green beans.
Uh-huh.
It's black culture.
Uh-huh.
And then it goes back to the conversation we've had a couple of months ago about
Well,
how
I would
food
say
is tied
Southern
into our culture.
because
Yeah.
I've
No.
been to some white churches that they have their little spread of food too.
Yeah, but you're
It's
not
not
getting
as
whole
No,
plate.
tasty.
you're not getting a whole plate.
Mm-mm.
You're not getting a whole plate
You're getting
after
a
church.
scoop. You're getting a scoop
Yeah.
of green beans. You're not getting
Yeah.
all the green beans with ham hocks.
They're not back there
Well, I
with
mean,
Or
hairnet
or-
I was about to
on.
say,
ham
all
hocks
the
with
little-
green
Thank
beans,
you.
not
You're
green
not
beans
getting
with
that.
ham
all the
hocks.
You're
little
not-
Yeah.
black ladies that used to serve us in the black church, they was stingy. They like, yeah, you go gone. We gotta feed
No.
everybody.
This didn't happen in
No,
the
that
black
ain't happened
churches
at
I've
First
been
Trinity in
Yeah.
Michigan. That didn't. They
Nah.
fed, especially if you served
Yeah.
on the usher board. Oh my gosh, we ate and then
I
went
was
down
an
and got
usher
another
since
plate.
I was 6.
Everything has a piece of pound cake
Yes.
attached to it.
But-
I'm telling you. Like in Elberton, Georgia, at every black funeral I have ever been to.
Well, that's a funeral.
No,
you
No,
gotta
friend,
have
everywhere.
12 cakes
It's
at the
so-
funeral.
And
After
at
New
church,
Year's-
when Miss Bertha is out here making her good pound
Yeah.
cakes and bringing them to
We
church,
had
girl.
from the
food
north,
at
so
night. No,
that-
but I'm from Michigan, and after night watch service, they fried chicken in the
Ooh.
basement
See,
because
we
people
didn't
were
have all
shooting.
that.
Chicken in the
Philadelphia.
basement
No.
and mashed potatoes and
Yes.
all the rolls.
Yes.
All the rolls you want.
Green
Hawaiian
beans.
rolls.
Always there.
Yeah.
And then they had that diabetic punch,
yes.
diabetic punch
The-
with ice cream in it. What is it called?
The oh, I know she's. It's
Ooh,
not ice
Jesus.
cream. It's
My
sherbet.
head- Yeah, sherbet. My head would be
Sherbet.
spinning.
7-Up punch.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
7 up
7 Up
sherbet.
cake.
7-Up cake,
7
7-Up
Up
punch.
cake.
7-Up make a lot of stuff, but what it is also making is diabetes.
Yeah, it's making diabetes in the church.
In the church.
But see, here's the thing, and I think that we saw what happened to Karen Clark Sheard. You know,
Yeah,
she was the
yeah.
first one. She almost lost her life
Absolutely.
when she had the gastric bypass surgery.
mhm.
And they really didn't tell what it was.
Yep.
But after she got better, years later, she said, I went in to have this surgery because people always made fun of them and talked
Absolutely.
about how, they looked like they had on curtains and, and just it wasn't, the apparel wasn't as flattering as it is today. So she went out and she had surgery. Now with her daughter Kiara, who is also a curvy girl.
Also a curvy girl.
She wanted her to go out and do it the natural way and work out and get a trainer after being fearful. But she even talked about how she had minor surgery.
Absolutely.
Like she got some work done to her arms. And see, when
That
you
is
got these
hard.
Hello Helens, that's hard to get off. When you wave, the whole arm down here waves too. You can. Let me tell you something. That's my issue. I can lose all the weight. These things hang right here.
They're not going anywhere.
No.
You know what? I saw a product actually today. They are compression wristlets, compression sleeves. Yep, compression sleeves that help to alleviate the hello Helens.
Send me the link.
I'm gonna send you the
about to
link,
say, I
friend.
need
I'm
some
gonna
of
send you the
those.
Send
link,
me the link,
friend.
please.
I promise you, I was scrolling through Instagram.
Here we
I'm
go.
t-
Here we go.
I was scrolling
Oh,
through Instagram.
thunderstorms.
No,
Ready to argue.
I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I was like, "What is she doing?" These are compression
But you know,
sleeves for
Spanx
the
has
arms.
some too.
I know, girl.
Spanx
the-
has some
For the
for your arms.
Mhm.
Yes.
Compression, girl.
I don't know.
Because you can have cute thighs and cute arms all at the same time. Now you can't breathe,
Yes.
but you can have all of that
You
at
don't
the
need
same
to
time.
breathe.
You
Trying
don't
to
need
lose
breath.
I
weight.
just need a sleeve that'll pull it up in the back so that it won't hang over my elbow.
Yeah, that
You know
part.
what I'm talking
I
about?
do,
Okay.
but that's it. It comes down to like.
But I
right here.
love that for her generation because she is a millennial.
Yeah.
She's a millennial. And for her to be able to say, this is what I've done. And
Yeah.
I love how she talked about her battle with depression.
Yeah.
And she's tying it all in to all of that.
Absolutely.
And so I think that it is a great conversation
Absolutely.
at any table because
Yeah.
we do have to talk more about our health, our wellness in churches, and
Absolutely.
what that looks like, and empowering you. Not saying that it looks bad being a curvy girl, but being a curvy girl, this is what you can do. Because Kiara also has a line as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
Because I was about to say, yeah, it is hard to tell people what you've done.
Mhm.
Because I've done some things, and I'm like, I don't really tell a lot of people
Yeah. Well,
about
we don't
my
talk about
weight
stuff in
loss
church.
no, I mean,
talk about that.
just period. Because anytime you tell people things that you might be thinking about or doing in life, especially if it has to do with surgeries or something like that, people always want, oh, you don't need that. But you don't know the battle I've been going through. You don't know the depression I've been going through. So you can't tell me I don't need to do that or I shouldn't do that or you can do that a different way or you get back to that, oh, girl, you're not that fat type of situation.
Well, here's
That
the
thing
thing that I
irritates
have.
me.
Now, it's one person that I'm going to make this little comment about that I felt like she should have just left it alone. And that was Coco from SWV. You know, they went and she had the butt lift and pulled, and she had the fat
I
taken
haven't
from out of
seen
her,
I haven't
her
seen
stomach. Baby, let me tell you something. She looked like a white loaf from the behind. When you already have that
a little
suitcase in the
extra.
back,
Yeah, you can't
you don't
keep
need
adding.
to go
You
and do
can't,
that.
No.
She
Travel
saw
lighter,
that
friend.
people
Yes.
like
Travel
Nicki
lighter.
Minaj
Travel
with the
lighter.
big booty was doing whatever,
Yeah.
and
No.
Well,
be,
Coco, but
I mean, she just wanted the big booty.
But let's talk about it.
But you gotta have the
Coco,
tiny waist
no,
to
no,
go with.
But Coco has always struggled with several things. And I told you when we started watching that show with SWV, and Coco has struggled with a lot of things. Her whole perception of herself, her perception of who she is in the world, her perception of what she has brought. Not that SWV was not amazing, but Coco has struggled with understand. She struggles with her work ethic, and she struggles with how she sees herself in the world.
But look at where she started from. It goes back to Tasha
Facts.
Cobb. She started in the church, and so
Facts.
she learned how to wear the mask early.
Absolutely.
And Tasha
And that's
Cobb
really the struggle.
talks about that, and that's what led her
Yeah.
into that whole depression, and she
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
The
True.
mask, the
Yeah.
church
Facts.
mask.
Yeah, it is, and that's something we'll actually hit on that some more because as a woman of faith and a person that goes to church consistently, and I believe in what Christianity does, but sometimes we have a weird way of relating and translating the Bible from the words on the page to real life. Application is something
Yeah.
that we struggle with in
Theory
Christianity.
versus application.
Absolutely.
And I think it wraps back around in what we were talking about earlier. It's not the question of, am I my sister's keeper? It is, I am my sister.
Absolutely.
On an emotional level. We all can
Absolutely.
relate to being happy, sad, mothers, whatever it may be. At an emotional level, we can see that. But if we're not taught how to connect at an emotional level, then we'll still be functioning out here. And that's where the
Absolutely.
mask
As
is
I
more.
say, the church, especially old school church, just teach you to judge
And pray it away.
That's where,
Judge and pray it away.
yeah.
Well,
Judging is not gonna help.
we're gonna talk about these topics and other ones on another show because it's time for us to wrap right now.
Yay! Oh my God,
Yay!
this has been a wonderful show.
Amazing show, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you tune in to. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you are that you like our Facebook page so that you can get alerted when we go live. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you are following us on all social medias for updates on all the wonderful things that we're doing and all the fantastic things going on in our lives. Make sure that you continue to work hard, play hard, pray hard, and slay hard. And don't forget to live life on the curve. We'll see you next week.